Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with another game recommendation. Now, this is going to be a little different from the other game recommendations that I've made or even the game demos where I've suggested wishlisting a game. This is a game that's actually been out since 2014, and it's not that I missed it, I actually have already played through it once. I played through it once on console, which is when it originally came out for. It was published by Square Enix. It's called Murdered Soul Suspect. It is a detective murder mystery where you play as your own ghost, trying to solve your murder. It's very different than any game you've probably seen me play in the past, but I have always had an affinity for mystery thrillers, whether it be in book form, movie form, TV form, what have you. And the minute I sat down to play it the first time, I was hooked. I think I finished it. And remember, this was also when I've had a full-time job this entire time. I was playing it every night, and I think I beat it in 4 or 5 nights. It was certainly within 1 week. It is not a long game. You can extend it because there are some side quests. But there's a lot of collectibles, and there's some very interesting mechanics related to the fact that you're a ghost. So I just wanted to recommend this game again for those who do have an affinity for mystery thrillers. For those who maybe you're looking for a game that is more story-oriented rather than action-oriented. The voice acting in this game is phenomenal. It is completely 100% voice acted. With the exception of like collectibles that you might find around the world, every time you interact or get near a character, they are voice acted. And there are some fairly mid-level actor names that you would recognize, especially with the main character, for example. I actually recognize his voice immediately from a number of different TV shows that I've seen him in over the years. So let's go ahead and jump in and let me show you what the game's all about. I'm already about a quarter of the way through the story. I'm replaying it for the second or third time, I forget which, but I'm playing it on PC. One thing to keep in mind for the port. The port seems to work very well. However, it is a direct port from console to PC, meaning you do not have the ability to play with keyboard and mouse. It is controller only. I've already tried numerous times to use keyboard and mouse and have been unsuccessful. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and start to take a look at what this game's all about. As I said, we're a quarter of the way in. We are at one of the major locations, the church, and I'm going to show you some of what's going on with my character Ronan, and then I'll go ahead and finish the video. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, so the save system apparently is a little rough. What I mean by that is I actually made it all the way to the church last time, and it did not save there. So it hasn't. The only thing that you have is an autosave, first of all. So what you're going to see are these little... Anything that has like a blue glow like yourself is a part of the spirit world. So this is a part of the spirit world. And I've already found this once, so it's not going to remember anything. But most of the time when you find or reveal something, it's either a collectible or it is a memory of you and your wife. Your wife actually died before you did. I will warn you, there is no running. You are walking the entire game. The entire game is for you to solve the quests and for you to grab the story. There are some stealth mechanics because there are demons in the world. So this young lady here, I've already helped her.
This isn't right.
I think.
Listen, I don't know if there's anything I can do, but it looks like you could use some help.
I don't know how I got here, or even where here is. I can't remember what happened to me. Why am I like this?
I'm I'm sorry to tell you, kid. But if you're here, it means you're dead.
I knew it.
Look, I'm in a similar situation. Now, I used to be a detective. Let me take a look around and see if I can find anything that will help you make sense of all this.
I don't even know where you'd start.
Is there anything you remember? It doesn't matter how small. Sometimes the tiniest detail is all it takes.
I remember lots of people. And this rowboat. Everyone was scared. And I keep seeing the name Monahansit.
That's a start. Let me see what I can do.
Okay, so this is perfect. This will let me show you the mechanics of the game without spoiling any story. So this is considered a side quest, and we're to help solve her murder so that she can make it back to, or so that she can move on, if you will. So the entire idea is to find clues around the area, and this is going to be the same mechanics that you use for the main quest line. So I'm going to reveal a bunch of different things. Each one of these is a different clue, and then we'll get information about the clue. So in this case, a bunch of candles were left here over the years. Most of them look like prayer candles. I need to find a total of 5 clues.
This is her obituary. She died when a rowboat capsized and sank. Her body was never recovered. Was she?
Alright, real quickly, I am going to adjust the volume. Voiceover I want left alone. Confirm.
We got a rowboat.
Okay, so that's 2 clues. We've got another one over here. Picture of the survivors of the Monahansit steamer wreck. So we've got 2 different clues, or 4 out of the 5 clues. We need to find one more. Here we go.
There's a note. You will be deeply missed. You are a hero to us all. Huh. Hero to us all. Looks like more than one person owes her their lives.
You'll also notice here, like right now it says, how did the lady on the beach die? Why? Find an answer. Meaning you can actually move ahead if you want to solve the actual clue. However, every single quest is gated geographically. So the minute I walked too far away, that went away, which meant I cannot solve it in that area. And here's the last clue.
Looks like a memorial of some kind.
Okay. So now we can...
People left more than just this around here.
To then...
That stuff could help piece things together.
To then solve the riddle, or to solve the quest, we hit Y, and we need to find, in this case, 3, based on the number of question marks up at the top, the number of items that will help us determine how the lady on the beach died. So the first is we're going to use the framed picture because those are the survivors. Okay. Next is her obituary. It says she was in a rowboat returning to the sinking. And then the last one is, and this one isn't necessarily going to be straightforward to most people, but the bouquet of flowers, which had a note attached to it.
When Monahansit went down, she wasn't a victim. She was a hero. She saved a lot of people before her rowboat sank. She needs to know how much she meant to them.
So now all we have to do is go back and talk to her, and that will complete the quest. That's going to be the standard mechanic, but for those that are tied to the main quest, your murder, there are going to be a lot more clues, multiple locations, multiple answers that you're going to have to find. And then, as I said, certain areas have demons in them. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that once I get to the church.
Did you find anything?
That name you remember, the Mono Handset? Turns out it was a steamer ship that sank right outside of Salem Harbor. If it weren't for you, a lot of people would have died. You're a hero.
If I saved everyone, then how did I die?
No, you didn't save everyone, but you were trying to. Your rowboat capsized.
I can't swim, so I must have drowned.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. Thanks to you, instead of fear and sadness, I feel pride. If it weren't for you, I would never have known. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm glad I could help.
And just like that, she was able to move on. So those are going to pop up from time to time. Let's go ahead and get ourselves to the church, because that's the next major location for our quest line. So these items, these glimmers that say you can hide, those are part of being able to hide from the demons if they catch you looking at them. So we're going to enter the church.
When you're running away, you need a sanctuary. A place where nothing bad can touch you. But you can never escape the questions. They follow you everywhere.
Okay, so it looks like we need to find some answers even in here. So we found our way to the church. Investigate the church to find the witness. So this is all part of the main storyline. Now, if you want to look to see if there are demons around, I'm just holding down on the RB button, and that lets me see. But apparently, no. Okay, I don't know what the deal is with that crow. As I mentioned, there are going to be collectibles. Here's one right here. And this is a collectible related to your wife. So can't stop loving him. So here are the side cases. And the one that we just got. So every time Ronan sees Lillian, I don't know if he's talking about his mother. Oh, that's actually a... Where's the new one? Can't stop loving him. The man is who he is. I can't help myself. I try to stay away to be sensible, to consider someone I could actually share a normal life with, but I find myself thinking of Ronan all the time, and I can't stop. Can't. This is it. This is what real love is. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the relationship between the two of them, you learn about through these memories, which is extremely cool, especially due to the fact that she died before he did, and because of the type of person that he is. All of that for me is extremely fascinating. I've loved every minute of it. Alright, I have no idea what this is. I don't remember. So let me keep going. Can't talk to her. Here's the clue that I probably need. Nope.
There's one promise I never regretted.
Nope. That was the best day of my life. We had known from the start we would end up here sooner or later. So, just another flashback. Another piece of the story. Here's another collectible.
Save us from the dark trials.
Ronan's fedora. We watched an old black and white gangster movie marathon together night before last. I couldn't believe he'd never seen them. I love the romantic parts. He loved the tough guy parts. When I brought him the fedora the next day, he looked confused, but adopted it so quickly. It's just part of him now. I don't think he'll ever take it off. In fact, we're wearing it. So another mechanic that will help you solve... You can possess people, mind read them, influence them, peek at what they're looking at.
I hope this is helping.
And that can all be part of the collection process. Alright. The Bell Tower Banshee. Need 10 more to uncover story. There are collectibles specific to areas, such as that. Ah, here we go.
Where is she? Wasn't there a clue about the church in the apartment?
Oh god, now I gotta remember. Photos, can I find info where she went? Nope, that's not the right one. So, you can pick the wrong ones. And I'll be honest, some of them are they're so obvious you think they're wrong.
Father, do you have anywhere that I could stay just for a little while?
Of course, dear. The church is always here to help. I think we have an old attic you can stay in for as long as you like.
She's been staying in the attic? I better go check it out. That can't smell good. Ugh.
It smells perfect. It smells like her.
So you just decided to help yourself to her closet?
No. The ones in her closet were too new. Besides, she knew someone had been in there. I waited until she threw them out. You know, I was always good at waiting and watching. Sometimes she would look around like she could feel me watching.
And if she caught you, then what? Your whole world would come crashing down.
Why? It never has in the past. I deal with her the way I dealt with the others. And then I move on to the next one.
Moving on in this place might be harder than you think.
Yeah, sometimes they're a little creepy. Because there are other spirits in the world, and that's who I was just speaking to. Alright, there's another one of the collectibles for the area. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, so I obviously went through the wrong door. I should have gone through that one. Oh. Can't go through that either. Alright, so you can go through walls sometimes, as long as they don't have a glow. If they have a glow, however, you cannot go through them. Ah, here we go. Nope, can't go through there. Same thing here. Yeah. Yeah, so those are definitely... Huh. Oh, here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have mind read him. Yeah, while you're mind reading him, you're not allowed to leave him. So you have to wait for that to finish. There we go.
The attic must be up there.
Okay, that red right there, that is a demon. And you actually can get rid of demons. Rectory dedication plaque. Here, rising as a mythical phoenix, we consecrate this rectory in the year 1902. Okay. I don't know why that happened, really, to be honest. Because I clicked on the right button. It can be finicky. You have to be behind them, click on the right trigger. Okay, I don't know what that... I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't understand why that happened. I hit the button right when it said to, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. So I apologize. I really wanted to show you how to kill a or how to destroy a demon, but alright, that's the edge wall. Huh. There's still certain things that I haven't learned yet in the game. For example, there are these little symbols on the floor. Don't know what they are.
I don't know, Angie. Brian is a lovely boy, but
Okay, so that's the person we're trying to get a hold of. So there's a cat. I'm guessing the cat, or I'm pretty sure, the cat is how we're going to get upstairs. The problem is, the cat is, of course, stopped by doors. So if there is a door, we got to figure out a way to get around it.
Those air vents okay?
Regular maintenance.
And there's the answer.
Big enough for small animals to go hiking in.
Okay. So this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and pause the video because I don't want to spoil anything. As I said, this is very much a story-rich game, and I don't want to spoil the game. This is far enough into the game where you don't know any of the characters yet. You don't know how I died, why I died, anything. But the whole point is, or you don't know anything about me even as a character. I love this game. I thought it was fantastic the first time through. I thought it was a very unique experience from other story-driven games that I've played in the past. Games that were very point-and-click adventure style. This gives you much more control. It is an older game, but it doesn't hold up bad. I think overall it does hold up fairly well. Would it be better at 60 FPS or 120 FPS? Of course it would. Would it be better if you were able to run? Of course it would. But the game came out in 2014, so you've got to keep that in mind. It came out in the time frame right at the very beginning of Xbox One. So 30 and 60 FPS was about as far as you were going to get. And most of the time it was 30. As I mentioned, this game is called Murdered Soul Suspect. It is available on Steam. You can also find it on Xbox. It was published by Square Enix. It is currently... Actually, well, let's take a quick look into Steam real quick. So here it is, available on Steam for $199. It's 90% off, and that's because all of Square Enix's are very, very heavily discounted right now during the summer sale. Now, that summer sale is only available until July 7th. After that, it's $20. It's a steal at $20. It's a game that I think if you have any interest, again, in mystery thrillers, story-rich games, something that's maybe a little bit afar from the standard point-and-click adventures that are very story-rich, to something that's going to be more third-person, action-oriented, a little bit of stealth, definitely some deductive reasoning required, but in a supernatural-type vein, this game is awesome. I love this game. It's called Murdered Soul Suspect, and it's available on Steam and other consoles as well. So with that, if you've enjoyed the content, please make sure to hit the red subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you in the next video.